Hello and welcome to the Inner Gamer On. My name is Brady Noski.
I'm Awesome Rouse.
And I'm Scott Craig.
Hey, what's up, Scott? Welcome,
going on?
welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
So today we are going to talk about the rise of Fortnite. We're going to get into we've dabbled into a little bit of Fortnite here and there, but we haven't really had an in-depth discussion about what it means for the gaming industry, especially now that it's like literally one of the most popular games on the internet. Pretty much.
Have we really dabbled?
We did a little bit. I mean, we did some news discussions. We did some topics on
We tried
it.
to play it and we hated it so much that we didn't play it.
Well, I didn't
for a
hate
while.
it. Austin hated it.
He hated it.
I
he would
loved
call
it.
me in the middle of the night and be like, "Why did we play this game? It is ruining my life."
It's been words in my mouth.
Right, Scott? Yeah.
Yes, I
craziness.
feel like that's exactly
Craziness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fortnite's like blowing up. It's huge right now, and we're gonna take a look at how this game. I'm gonna give a little brief history actually before we jump into like
Okay.
where we are now.
All right.
I want to mention that
What is Fortnite?
what most people don't realize is that this game was in development for 7 years. It started
Not
back
this
in
game.
no
Not-
Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite was
Well,
in
yeah,
development for
Fortnite.
yes. So,
Sure,
yeah.
but now
so
when you
I'm
say
about to,
okay.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting to that. I'm getting to that. So, Fortnite has been in development for 7 years, but it was in development as a PvE game it's now called Save the World. So it was a game that the entire premise of it was a Save the World game mode in which you and 3 other players are building forts and defending off against waves of like zombie-like creatures and stuff like that. Sound pretty accurate? Yeah.
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 Yeah. So it's paid. It's early access. You can pay to play it. And then when the game released, they saw the success of PUBG and Battle Royale.
Yep.
They were like, that's kind of interesting. And then in 2 months, they whipped together Fortnite Battle Royale, which originally was going to be part of the paid early access of Save the World. And then 2 weeks before releasing it, they decided, let's try free to play, see what happens. They threw it out free to play, and now Fortnite Battle Royale is like the thing that people talk about. So when they think of Fortnite now, they think of Battle Royale, not necessarily Save the World.
Yeah.
It's like the sad sister, which is funny because, again, Battle Royale was 2 months of development. The Fortnite Save the World was 7 years of development. But part of that success, I think, came from the fact that they spent 7 years making a really good, solid foundation
Mm-hmm.
that they could then just like build all these things outward from that.
See, Destiny and Bungie, this could be you, but you sucked. So
Oh, they apparently have a big announcement coming in the fall.
God.
Probably gonna be Battle Royale Destiny.
We're
There we go.
ending
There you go.
Destiny.
Yep.
No, but I just pulled up this article here, and it says Fortnite crosses 50 million in revenue thanks to the latest season 4 update.
Wow.
50 million.
Wow.
$50 million.
That's
I bet that is
some
a
big
far
money.
cry from the original
And
purchase.
keep in mind, this
Yeah.
is a free game that
Yep.
made $50 million.
Yep.
Because of microtransactions and all the other fancy things. So season 4 just came out last week, and season 4. So the lead up to season 4 was really interesting
Not
because
even
they
a year.
started releasing
Mm.
people started seeing comets in the sky of the Fortnite map. Now, keep in mind, Fortnite just has like one map for Battle Royale, and there was these comets that started appearing up in the sky. People were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
So naturally, they turn to Reddit because that's what people do, and Reddit starts speculating about all these different things that could be happening. Well, ultimately, what that was the eventual release of season 4, which saw the comets impact the map and completely change the look of the map. And now, like Dusty Depot has become the Dusty Divot, and it's a big, huge, massive crater with a little bit of a town in there that are little like military base
Yeah.
and
For research.
crystals that are there that you can consume them, and they give you low gravity abilities for a short period of time. And other little map changes around the area, like there's little like notions of film sets being filmed.
Mhm.
Like, have you seen like green screen areas?
Yeah.
There's like
Haven't
areas
seen
where
any
there's
of
like
that.
green screen.
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
There's a room with like a disco place in there. There's an
I've seen
area
that.
with a movie theater
Yeah.
or like a drive-in movie
Yeah.
theater. Like all these different things that they've like implemented into the map to change up the way it looks a little bit. So that's season 4. In addition to a new loading screen, lots of new updates and downloadables and things you can pay for in the battle pass to give you more good loot and stuff like that. So
That is true.
there we go. That's season 4, guys. A little bit.
Yeah.
Touch on it. So
Yeah.
That's brief. Yeah.
how do y'all feel about it so far? Like, we played a
Well,
little bit last night. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm liking it a little more now, surprisingly. So me and Scott played, and we jumped in, And we ended up getting number 5 on like a third game, which was
Yeah.
surprising because the first time I played this, I like died almost instantly. Like
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this game? On top of that, you have to build stuff. And I hate the building. I hate it so much. Like
Yeah.
it's a bane on my existence. Like it's a cool feature to have. I know why they have it because the original game was all about the building. And so adding that dynamic really changes up the gameplay because we're so used to PUBG. And I guess for the most part, we kind of got it down. Like we can build some stuff. We can kind of protect ourselves. But it's like nothing, like we aren't good. Some people could build stuff in like seconds. I'm just like, how do you even do this? I watch some people online. I'm just like, this is too much time. It seems like needs to be put into that to get really good at it. Which I mean, I guess like since we play PUBG so much, obviously it could probably get good. At this point, it's something I'll come back to, I think. And if you guys play it, I'll play it with you. But I've yet to be like, yes, I want to play this all the time.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's interesting too because like the mentality for most people has completely changed from PUBG. Like I feel like all the hardcore PUBG fans have ventured off from PUBG and have migrated to Fortnite. And like I'm hearing the conversation more of like, let's play Fortnite tonight, or Fortnite's gonna happen, or like what's happening with Fortnite. And PUBG is kind of like the neglected firstborn child that isn't quite
yes,
given as much attention as it used to have. And
which
it's so
is really
weird.
sad.
Yeah.
It's really,
But-
really sad
Yeah.
because PUBG had something good going for it. And now Fortnite is like a legitimate studio. I'm not saying that Blue Mammoth isn't, but
But it's a Blue Point.
Blue Point, sorry.
Yep.
Why was I thinking Blue Mammoth? Who's Blue Mammoth?
Blue Mammoth is Brawlhalla.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or Blue Hole, sorry. Blue
Well,
Point
yeah,
is
yeah.
also the guys that did the remastering of the latest remastered game.
We know nothing about video games.
I forgot. They did Uncharted. They did an Uncharted
Blue
remaster.
Hole is still
Or
trying to get their
technically
shit
PUBG
together.
Core, if you want to call it that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have Epic, which has like been around for quite a while, and like they know what they're doing. And having that nice system built for the original Fortnite is I think is going to be a staple going forward for many other people. It's just like let's make something solid that we can manipulate as we need to.
Yeah.
And then people are going to start following trends like that. And I assume Epic is going to start doing that now. They're just going to start following trends as much as they can because they can whip something out in 2 months. Like who else could do that? I don't know
Yeah,
any other company
exactly.
that'll do
Yeah.
that or has the
Yeah.
possibility of doing
It's impressive.
that.
Yeah. Radical Heights did that when they brought out Radical Heights. They whipped that together in 2 months and were like, hey, here's an early access game. It's Battle Royale. Surprise. We quit Lawbreakers. And then 2 months later, we have a new Battle Royale game that they're slowly developing and
Okay,
stuff.
do it in 2 months and do it good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see what
exactly.
you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Radical
Yeah.
Heights is not good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, like they built that one from like nothing, and
Right.
Fortnite had a huge backing to it and stuff like that. But it's interesting to see where Fortnite has come and where it's at now and where we think it might be going in the future.
Yeah.
Because
So I guess original thoughts when you guys first heard about Fortnite coming out.
well, I didn't
for
want to play it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like,
it wasn't.
it sounded really good, but like when Charlie did our video for it, it's like it was overly complex.
Well,
and
it was
there
just
too many
Fortnite at that
systems.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was to save the world, and it was like it was
Well, I mean, I guess
overly.
original
Yeah,
Fortnite Battle
yeah,
Royale
yeah, exactly.
thoughts is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Fortnite original, like Fortnite. what
Save
is
the
it?
world. Call it Save the World.
Yeah.
Save the world
Fortnite
now. And you got
proper
Battle Royale.
doesn't exist technically.
Yeah, so you have Save the World. You got Battle Royale. Go by those names because
Well,
they're separate.
people say Fortnite, they're talking about Battle Royale. They're
Yeah.
not talking about
Yeah.
proper.
right.
Yeah.
So original thoughts when it first came out.
Yeah,
To be honest, yeah, there was no allure for me, and like I knew how difficult the building mechanics like were. Like it just seemed like it was too complex. Like PUBG, I enjoy it a lot, because it's just the simple. Okay, I'm run and gun kind of thing. But with this, it's the whole building mechanic. It's like I got good scope on this guy. I'm going to shoot at him, and then he builds a wall and completely blocks me. Like what? This is insane.
Yeah.
And he can do
Yeah.
it in like a second. It's just like that blew my mind. But I kind of feel a little different about your perspective. Like when we started playing last night, I was like, yeah, this is not worth it. Like this is whatever. Like I like the aesthetics, and like I said, it reminds me kind of like the Fable, the way it looks.
yeah,
But it's kind of growing on me a little bit. Like I
Yeah.
was enjoying
Yeah.
it a lot.
Yeah.
A lot closer to the end.
I
And
think
was
it
like,
helps that it's all of us playing.
yeah,
together.
I was gonna say like who you play with really matters. So I think the fact that we kind of were on the same level, it wasn't like these crazy experienced players like you were playing with last night, Brett.
yeah.
We were all on the same level, learning it together. that's what makes it enjoyable to me. I think if I were playing with a bunch of pros, I'd be like, okay, maybe I'm doing.
Yeah,
I'm doing
right,
this
right.
much.
So how is it playing with Josh and them? And these are guys from our Discord channel that actually
Yeah.
play this quite often.
Yeah. It was good. I mean, we had a good time. I think because we had a long discussion about it last night when I was playing with them. I was asking them about their thoughts on Fortnite and where it's come, and like the fact that they literally like they were playing PUBG every day. Now they're playing Fortnite every day. So like they've completely like PUBG is not a thing to them anymore. They've completely stopped playing PUBG,
Really?
more or less. Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll jump into like the event modes and stuff like that, but like they are almost exclusively playing Fortnite. And I asked them like what the reason was for it, and one of the things that Josh brought up to us that I think is a key component of this is a balanced game. Like whereas with PUBG, like they've always had issues with optimization. They've always had issues with the fact that you could play a 45-minute round and find all kinds of cool shit and then die in one shot.
Yeah.
And like you feel like you waste so much time in that. But this game, like you drop in within 5 minutes, you're encountering some form of action. You know, whether you die or you don't die or whatever.
Yeah, the
but
map
you're
is a lot
encountering
smaller.
stuff. The map is smaller, but it's also like it like directs the attention to key areas. Like people don't drop at small little villages like you do in PUBG. They drop in the things that are labeled on the map. And so by doing that, it definitely kind of funnels people to areas to engage in combat a lot quicker. And yeah, so it's like it's way faster paced, it's way more balanced. Like I don't feel like, I mean, sometimes I still feel like I get cheap shots. Like the shotguns are way overpowered.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. But ultimately,
Scott knows.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
he like. So, quick story about shotgun. I run up to this guy and he wasn't paying attention. He was trying to build something or looking at something. So I kill him. His friend comes up, ends up killing me. Scott found a badass shotgun and ends up killing this dude who is definitely someone who's way more experienced.
Yeah.
But luckily it's early game.
Yeah.
So
And it's just luck of the draw.
yeah.
You know?
And
Yeah,
so
it's-
he was able to kill this guy in 2 shots, and it was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like they're because what I do like about Fortnite is the people who are playing a lot.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
they
for
all
sure.
have
yeah.
a certain skin or a certain
They have a
aesthetic
badass skin.
that you can see that you're like, okay, these guys know what they're doing. And then they look at you and they're like, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
building like a stairway to heaven. And
Well, people
PUBG,
were giving me
like,
shit for having like the stock skin. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
spent money on this game yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
don't judge me. I'm gonna
plebs
spend
and we-
$10 right
we don't
now.
put money in.
And then
But,
PUBG, you don't know who you're fighting against.
Right.
You know?
No,
It
not
could be
at all.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the other night when we were playing, and some of us got killed. It was like, holy shit, I'm already down.
Yeah.
There is no like,
Yeah.
okay, it's coming over here. It's like, boom, boom, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's also interesting to me about this is like when I drop into a area in which there's like, we're back in PUBG. The big thing is there anybody around us? Like, are we going to drop into a heated area, like a hot zone or whatever? And for me, it was almost guaranteed. It's like, okay, well, let's either run away from this town or let's like just quit
Go
right
really,
now.
really far out.
Yeah,
Oh, what do you
run
mean?
away from the town or just quit because we're not going to find a gun to take these guys down. Like chances are they're going to kill us.
Yeah.
Fortnite, I feel like there's less of that. I feel like it's
You
you
have
drop
a
into
chance.
a town, you pick up a weapon. It's like I'm gonna fucking get these guys. Like we're gonna take them out, whether we die or not. I'm gonna get them, and we're gonna try and like you feel more inclined to engage in combat than you used to in the other one. And I think a lot of that is the fact that there's less weapons to have to worry about. Like you can pick up an assault rifle pretty quickly. You don't have to worry about mods or attachments that affect your recoil and your balance and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And you can most of the game you can play freaking hip fire. You don't have to aim down your sights or anything like that.
Well, it's not really aiming down sights unless you have a scope on it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Which-
So, I mean,
Which
it's-
that
yeah.
was a huge thing at first, which really deterred me from playing. So I was like, how can you not aim down your sights?
right.
This is stupid. Like, seriously? Like, not even a mini zoom in. Well, I guess there's a slight zoom in, but not even
This is
that
zoom in,
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
very
not-
slight. And that really irked me. Like, it was bad. Like, it was infuriating because it was like, how do I shoot these people who are far away? At least in PUBG, you can zoom in and then, or like aim down your sights and then kind of zoom in a little more with their, if you hold shift, right? Shift, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it just steadies your gun, but yeah.
Well, that too, but it actually
It does
pushes you
do
in
a
just a
slight-
slight
slight
tad more,
boost, yeah.
which helps a lot. And playing with you, Scott, it was like, okay, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I kind of understand it this time. which I think it's all about time and place. Like it was a good
Yeah.
time for us to jump into it because we had to for this discussion, and so
Well, so
Yeah.
here's the thing too. So kind of going back to what you were saying, Brett, about you can pay like a 45-minute match in PUBG and then get nothing, not even a kill, which to me happens a lot because
Right.
I'm just a total noob.
If I get 2 kills,
even though I'm
it's
not a noob, 'cause I've been playing a
satisfactory.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like that's what I like about Fortnite is because, well, one, the pacing, but two, to me it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I like.
Yeah.
I like in a game because when I play games, I'll play it for the fun of it. So the fact that I can just like pick up a shotgun and just like take on a squad if I want to, or even a pickaxe, if you get lucky enough, you can take someone out with a gun. Like there's so many things that could happen, and it's almost like you really can't plan that well. And everybody else is in the same thing. Like, man, they opened a gold chest, but there's a chance they didn't get anything great, Like,
Right.
so it's just the fact that it's so spontaneous. I think that's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy.
And I like too how, I mean, one of the things I want to discuss in here is that just how they approach season 4 and like how they transition into this. And I want to see them do more of these things where they did something that few other developers do, in that like with most games you have expectations of what's going to come. Like you know well ahead of time. Like with Overwatch, for example, like they have a developer update and they say, here's the map we're working on, here's the character we're working on. But then also one of the things that Overwatch did really well that I think Epic has kind of taken note of is that with Sombra, like they spent forever with this like real life mystery thing of like, who's this mysterious character?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this
the
a character?
ARG.
Yeah, the ARG thing. Like who is this person or whatever? And then they did that same thing with Fortnite where it was like there's this comment that shows him this guy. It got a conversation started, but they didn't have to do anything but just like put an art asset up in
Right.
the sky.
right.
And then next thing
Just
you know,
slowly
people are
add
like
onto it.
talking about it. So like the ability to do that and basically create free press for them while they're hard at work just making that content, like that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And I want to see them do more things like that because most of the time, like like okay, every so often we're gonna get some new fresh updates or whatever. But to throw that into the mix, it's like what are they gonna do next? Like for example, one of the things that somebody found a dinosaur print in the map. In this map right now, where there's like
Yeah.
a big, huge, massive print in there, it's
Mhm.
like, are we gonna see dinosaurs down the
Yeah.
line, or is that just part of the like movie set thing?
Yeah, or is it like a mutant, like monster alien thing? Like,
Yeah,
who
like,
knows?
who knows
You
what
got
they're gonna do.
meteors, like
Yeah.
So
So those kinds of things are, I mean, they get a conversation started, and they especially get Reddit conversating and stuff like that. So those are I think are smart moves that I feel like more developers should take note of that. I mean, it's hard to do for sure because like, I mean, how many times can you get creative with those kinds of ideas? But you can tell it doesn't take much. Like heroes just comment. It's like, this happens.
All this is mind blowing to me right now. Just putting it in perspective. Like, how do you go from this kind of unfinished early access game, which has a small following, to a ginormous
to literally
entity
the
that's completely
Yeah.
different from your original idea?
game. Yeah.
Like, they're geniuses.
Yeah. Well, so
Well,
To be
Yeah.
so successful, like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen very often.
No, I think this is actually probably the one. It might be the first game of its kind to be so big, and even with all the platforms that it's on, and it works pretty fluidly. That's
Yeah.
what amazes me. is
yeah,
how
there's
well
definitely a
they
technical
work with each
achievement
other.
for
Yeah.
sure. I wrote a few things down about like how other developers can take note of this success, and like I try to think about, okay, what are the things that they did right in these moments leading up to season 4, and just like the success of Battle Royale in the last, it's been about almost a year. Well, I guess
September
this
17th.
September
last
will
year.
be a year, so
Yeah.
we're not even a year yet. But like, don't be afraid to take risks. Pivot when it's time. Like you can be okay with like letting go of some of what you've done. I think that's important to do. Definitely listen to your community. Like I think they did a really good job at listening to the people
Oh, yeah.
that were interacting with this game, having fun with it. Like they for example, like the fact, like all these stupid little meme like emoticons and emotes that they're throwing in here. Like there was one that was the broken bones or whatever, where the guy, there's a emoji thing you can buy now where the guy's just like moving his body around like he's Play-Doh or whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's a thing you can do, and they just threw in there. Like Drake said, like he'll rap about Fortnite if they throw Hotline Bling in there. Guarantee they're working on Hotline Bling right now. They're just gonna like animate that and throw that thing in there.
Oh yeah.
So like those kinds of things are intense. And granted, they take a lot of time because. So I was listening. This is like off topic, but on topic. I was listening to an interview with the developers of Friday the 13th, the game, and they said that they're a small team, right? And they were talking about how like people were like, why haven't you put this new version of Freddy? It's Freddy, right? It's Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, or no? Is it Jason?
Jason's, yeah.
It's Jason. Yeah. So like they were wondering why they didn't put this new version of Jason in there. Like there's this version of Jason that everybody loves or whatever, and they're like, why isn't it here yet? And he was like, well, to be honest, there's a lot of work involved because 1, we got to get the voice actors. 2, we got to record the mocap. 3, we have to animate it. 4, we have to like build the skins and all this stuff. 5, we got to make sure that they have new like abilities and things of that nature. So like applying that to an emote, like you do need to have somebody like literally motion cap that, animate it, develop it. I mean, it's not like something you can just do in an hour. You know, it's probably a couple days at least process of development time you're taking away from other things.
Yeah, exactly.
So
other than maintaining the actual game too,
right?
Yeah, on top of.
So it's kind of interesting, but the fact that they're listening to the community and like throwing things in there that involve the community so actively is really awesome. So
I think this could be its own discussion, but I guess I'll touch on it a little bit here. But like appropriating the culture, the current culture, into these games. Salt and Destiny, see it here. I know some other games that do this too, but I can't remember. But it was mostly the emote thing, like the people, the dancing and doing stuff like that. And when it used to just be like something kind of cool, where it's like, strong or sad, just like. But now it's like, like all this really weird hip stuff, and then obviously the Drake emote that's probably going to come eventually. It's just like that's just. Why do people go for that? And it makes this game that much better for everybody, you know?
Yeah. I think it's just like, another form of expression. Like you can make the character more your own with the way you have it, Well, like even like the skins, like it's amazing what they have there now. Like just all kinds of stuff, like those Tron looking skins, like all that stuff. I'm like, it's pretty cool. Maybe not $10 cool or whatever yet, but it's cool.
So I want to talk on that for a second because I'm glad you brought that up because I was talking to David, and David's another one of he listens to us. He's part of our Discord channel and stuff like that. I was wanting to have him on the discussion today as well, but he couldn't come on. He got sick and stuff. But we talked about this a little bit, and I told him the conversation we were going to have, and he is he likes Fortnite, but he doesn't love Fortnite, and the reason is
he likes it. He doesn't like it.
I believe it. Yeah. And I believe him in saying this, in that, when you're playing Fortnite, you have all these skins, all these cool add-ons and stuff you can get that cost V-Bucks. You buy the V-Bucks and you can get these things. One thing that he mentioned, a game where you look at yourself, you want to be individualized and have this personality and be recognized and stuff like that. Why can't you change the look of your player?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you customize the color of your skin?
Yeah.
Like,
it's always random.
Little things like that. I was like, that would be really, that's a great point. Like, why can't I buy a skin and customize it to make it my own so that it's not like everybody, like whenever the new skin comes out of that week, like everybody has the exact same skin as they always do. Like you're not individualized in any way. I never thought of it that way. If you could just add the ability to basically change the shader of your, kind of like, well, Destiny has the shaders where you get the skin or the armor and you add shaders onto it to make it a little different.
Right.
Like that kind of concept in this game, I think would be a huge addition to the game.
You get a crate, or you rack up points every match to get a crate that you can just buy that doesn't cost anything. And it's a skin that costs something, but not the color, the shader. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah,
I agree. And I think, I don't make games, but I would think just being able to change colors wouldn't be that.
I don't think so either.
To do so. Yeah.
Hey, that's like another $1 million investment.
Yeah,
guys. Come on,
right there,
come
right?
on.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, Epic, if you're listening, like let us know. We would love to hear from you. Hello at TheInternetGamer.net. Let us know.
So I want to. Well, I guess not quickly, but I like to discuss where PUBG could draw from Fortnite. And the one major thing I saw was the challenges.
Challenges or the events?
I think the challenge is the unlock challenges. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like every match that you rank up in the challenge, and that allows you to get other stuff, like get V-Bucks or get.
Oh, you're saying if PUBG took that idea.
So that progression system with the challenges is great because
I agree.
Every other match, I was unlocking something.
Yeah.
At this point, I can't get anything, but like I feel like I'm getting up to something, and obviously there's tiers for that. That is what PUBG needs, because you don't feel like you're getting anywhere with PUBG most of the time. Yeah, you get some points, you could buy some loot crates, but then you have to, open those loot crates with keys.
You have to get keys, yeah.
You know, and now the skins for PUBG, like it's turned into CS:GO.
Yeah, and
because if you look at those crates, it shows you all the unlocks and stuff, and it's just like this feels archaic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
Well, you know, it's like,
And-
think of the satisfaction that you get when you get a loot box in Overwatch. You unlock 5 things, and you got all these things you can get. You unlock a crate in PUBG, you get 1 item, and it's probably the same damn shirt that I've gone 5 times.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
and they're not interesting looking
No, they're
items
not.
either. You
and the
know?
resale value is terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, man, these like 2 battle
Yeah.
points. What the heck?
Yeah.
You know, like, well, and here's the thing that's interesting. So I've been playing PUBG Mobile, and they have a system kind of like that. And I've unlocked more content in PUBG Mobile like the past, I guess, 2 months I've been playing it maybe
Dang.
than I have in the entirety of PUBG that I've been playing. So
How many
it's-
hours of mobile do you have?
I maybe do like
10
I don't
hours?
know, if that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not.
Wow.
It's like I honestly think it's maybe 7 like total because the matches don't last insanely long even when I play them on mobile.
Mhm.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I usually do that when I have like a little bit of downtime or something or lunch or something at work. Like that's so it's just like it's insane to me that like literally I have like almost 6 different costumes entirely out of I even have like a new parachute and everything. Like they change a
Wow.
whole bunch. Like
Wow.
in mobile, and I'm like, why can't they just apply this to the actual game?
Freaking people. You know what I think PUBG, or not PUBG, what Fortnite needs more than anything is, as much as they can change the map all they want, they need another map. They need to start putting more maps out,
Yes.
because that one's getting really stale.
Yeah.
And like, that's something that PUBG is kind of, it took them forever to bring out Miramar, like forever.
That's true.
And it's because that map was huge. And then they realized, okay, maybe we made a mistake with
Too
that.
big.
Let's now like do a tropical map and let's make
Make
that
it smaller,
smaller. So
yeah.
hopefully that one comes out, within the next couple months, and that'll be a much better turnaround time. But they definitely need more maps to change up the space, because
Right.
I mean, as much as I like playing that game, like I don't want to be finding the same areas over and over again. I want to see different experiences, and then add those changes every season to those maps and stuff like
Right.
that. Like that would be
Right.
cool.
Yeah. PUBG needs seasons too. I think that would be very successful.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, they just did a huge update. So now when you start off in PUBG, you can pick all maps to jump into. So it's randomized, or you can pick one map that you want to jump into. And the UI has been changed, and they had a bunch of little other mini things to the maps, like in the game and stuff like that. And it's better.
Remember
better.
when Miramar first came out, we were like, oh man, Miramar is so good, like that air angle map or whatever, we're never gonna play that thing again. And now it's
Did we?
shifted. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of us
I don't
did for
remember
the
that.
initial
I
response.
liked the change, but I didn't.
The
I
initial
don't think-
response, like when we all first played it, like we did like it was huge, but like we were, I don't know, maybe you, but I know when me and Travis were playing, like we were
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then like not even a couple of days later, we're like, okay, this is terrible. It's
Yeah.
too big. It's too open.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
good.
Fortnite
So-
does do that really good. You only go a few minutes without engaging somebody or like seeing somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Start
and there's
planning.
like draw points too. Kind of like, I mean, there are some in PUBG, but it's not insane.
Far
you
and few
know?
between, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing about Fortnite. Like, I could probably get in like in 2 hours worth of Fortnite. I probably could have unlocked a skin even if I hadn't paid for it. But
Yeah.
PUBG, like, I could pay 2 rounds in 2 hours and get nothing.
If you
like,
buy that battle pass, you get shit every match you play. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. I was like
Yeah.
blown away when I got that
we'll
thing.
see, we'll see.
Oh man, it's crazy.
I
Just
might- I
every
might
minute.
convert over.
And you still get the other updates too. It's like so
well, and the
much.
XP boost.
I
'cause you had
never
that, the
60%, 60%
That makes a
XP
huge difference.
boost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would never thought I would be an advocate of the battle pass in this game.
I
but
honestly,
shit.
yeah. When I
You
saw
guys want to play Fortnite later?
How long does the season last? Does anybody know?
That's a good question.
Okay,
I don't
let's
know,
find
To
out.
be honest with
How
you.
long does the season last?
Scott, do you have any final words before we end it with this thing?
I mean, it's
I mean, grown on all of us.
Yeah, I would say Fortnite is definitely it's something new,
Yeah.
and I am enjoying it.
It is a contender.
So-
I understand now why it's a contender.
Yeah,
Not only for its look, but it is well-roundedly polished in many areas and brings a lot of better aspects to the Battle Royale than PUBG, which is funny to see that PUBG is so far behind. So, like, I wonder where they're putting all their time and money into.
the events maybe. I
Not
mean, they had
even
the
that.
events.
Not even.
You know,
All
that
you
was
have to
cool
do-
though. The events were cool.
The events in
Honestly,
PUBG were fun.
That made me want to play it a little bit more. I know people like really didn't like the shotgun mode. I loved it. So
I did too.
I honestly
Yeah,
don't know. what
the
their
events
new
was
thing is.
smart for PUBG.
Yeah.
Like putting those in there, that really changed the game quite a bit. Except for the one this weekend that apparently they
Only lasted
overloaded the
for a
servers and
day.
lasted like
Yeah.
less than 24 hours. Yeah, it was crazy.
Maybe they're trying with that, but yeah, I don't know to be honest with you.
They're
They
too
need to do
slow,
something.
and maybe it's the platform that the game is made on, I don't know, but they really need to kick it into high gear this next year.
Yeah.
They're going to be extinct within a few months if they don't continue to dish this out.
Yeah. Season is roughly going to be, it's roughly 70 days, 65 to 70 days. So it'll end in the beginning of July. So that's how long the season's going to last.
So that's a decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Two-ish months.
Plenty of time to unlock that stuff. I mean, it's just kind of like Overwatch when they do their stuff.
Yeah.
But Overwatch is like shorter, I feel like.
I think so too. But I mean, you think about every season, they're probably going to come out with a new map. It's probably going to take some time. So I understand.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Anyway. Cool. Well, anybody, people watching and or listening, make sure if you have any comments regarding this, if you like, what do you want to see in the future of Fortnite? What do you think they're doing right? What do you think they're doing wrong? Let us know in the comments, and we love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you're playing more Fortnite than you are PUBG, let us know that. Give us your gamer tag. We'll play with you guys. Add you on our Epic account.
Our Discord was like mostly PUBG, but now it's turned to be mostly Fortnite.
Yeah.
So,
and if you want to be in the Discord for $12 a year, you can get an invite to our Discord channel. That's all. It's $12. You can play with us. It's gonna be awesome. So you should check it out.
$1 a month.
$1 a month, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that concludes our discussion topic this week. I know, right? If there's a topic that you want to hear us talk about, please email us at hello@theInnerGamer.net. Don't forget to check out our video of this segment. This time you will for real see a video, youtube.com/innergamer. And check us out. It's going to be awesome. If you're watching, don't forget to head on over to theInnerGamer.net for our full podcast episode of our weekly gaming impressions and top headlines from the week. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure you check out all of our other videos that we have, playlists and all that stuff for the latest video game news and opinions you care about right here on The Inner Gamer. I'm Brandon Oski.
I'm Austin Morales.
And I'm Scott Craig.
Catch you guys next time.
Sayonara. See you on the battlefield. Dusty Divot. Divotees.
Hop rocks.
Head on over to thegamer.net for our full podcast episode for our weekly game impressions and top headlines of the week.
That's one of me doing an interview. Here's one of all of us. We'll make some cool
things.
Brett's also right here.
Like this video, subscribe, keep up with all the latest video game news and opinions that you care about right here on The Inner Gamer.